And welcome here to Scioto as we bring you Cyclone basketball action, bringing the JV and varsity version here this evening. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Greg Phelps, joined by Ethan Hunt. And tonight, the Cyclone boys, again, kind of a wild finish to the season. They're going to have 4 games over the next week to try to finish off. And the big key is no postseason this year. Finish off strong.
Well, just because there's no postseason does not mean we're at a lack of games. I think between me, you, and Dwayne, we've been busy here and there every single night. Actually, last night was a crazy junior high volleyball match. It went to 3 games, and the Cyclones were down, I think it was 12-20, so they were down 8. Coach Drew Snyder calls a timeout, and he says, "This isn't over yet. Turn it around. Keep playing." Now the score is 14-24. Monmouth ICS needs 1 more point to win, and the Cyclones play it perfectly, score 12 points in a row without making a single error, and come back to win it 26-24 on 8th grade night.
Well, and that people don't realize how hard it is to not make an error, because an error is a point. In the old days, you could at least make an error, and it just was a side out as long as you didn't do it on when they served. But nowadays, that's tough. That is really, really hard to do. That you got to take your hat off to that. I've seen a couple of those amazing comebacks like that, and those are so much fun to be a part of.
The energy inside, even though there was only a couple of parents here, the energy inside this place was phenomenal. And I just got to, once again, give props to them, and especially Lindsey Dunn. Lindsey Dunn was serving the whole time, 12 points in a row, didn't miss a single serve. And West Prairie Junior High girls volleyball team pulled out the win over Monmouth ICS last night.
Well, and great a segue alert to the 7th grade version coming up on Tuesday night. I'll have the 7th grade at Colchester as they play the regional game. Volleyball, junior high volleyball, one of the few sports that's actually having a postseason. So that'll be kind of interesting how they come up with that. We're going to take this commercial timeout. Be back in just a moment. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Venture Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Welcome back here. Do want to thank our pregame and postgame sponsor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH events on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Starting lineup tonight for the Rushville-Industry Rockets: Maddox Crozier, a sophomore; Bickerman and Bartlett, sophomores, as they work it over to Crozier. Crozier looking to hold. Kicks in the corner, gets it back. 3 on the way. That one going to be a little wide of the mark, and the rebound fought for. Put up, but not able to get it to go was Clark, and we'll catch up with that lineup a little bit in just a moment. As West Prairie works it is Denver Mitchell, Powell, Barkley, also Moore, and Laughlin driving in as Mitchell. He misses it. Powell takes the rebound away, misses it. And back the way, they'll come the other way. Dribbling in, a shot, they kick it over to Crozier. And we have a foul by Barkley. In there. Nice rebound on that last one by Powell.
Yeah, Powell definitely the size advantage here. Looks like the tallest player on the court.
And Crozier for the first, a little high, won't go. So no score here so far, 6:22 mark of this first quarter of play. And it is full quarters. The girls have been playing these 7-minute running quarters. Crozier's second one, draws front iron, and Barkley going to rip that down. They'll bring it out of there very quickly. As Laughlin brings it over the timeline, couple of dribbles. He'll want to go to the far side, wanted Barkley, now dribbling down. There he hands it to him, wheels it up to Powell up top and over to Mitchell. And now they'll reset here in the middle. Rushville-Industry with man on man. Up to Powell. Powell in the lane. Laughlin bounces out to Barkley. Up to Laughlin. He'll wait. Looks at Moore. Now they reset the high 1-4 set. Double post set, whatever you want to call it. Nice backdoor pass. They tried to get it to Barkley, but the turnover, the oopsie, sends it back over to Rushville-Industry.
Yeah, it looks like that bounce pass was just a little bit ahead of its mark. Barkley not able to get there in time.
And back they'll come, dribbling the ball up. It is Danner. He'll kick it over to Crozier. Bounce in the corner, working it out for Sipes. Back up top for Bickerman. Tyler Bickerman backs it out here over to Crozier. He'll fake, look to drive on West Prairie, bounces it. And I don't think, Ethan, that Adam Sipes realized that that was for him.
Yeah, kind of a very similar situation to what the Cyclones did on the other end. Bounce pass just a bit too far ahead of its mark and goes right out of bounds.
A defensive tussle so far. No score as Moore drives, puts up the shot, going to be on the floor. And that's going to be Sipes picking up the personal. That will be his first, team first. And they'll bring it inbounds underneath the basket. Mitchell needs to get it in a hurry. Loops it for Laughlin, but we've got a foul called in there as Bronson Bartlett, admits the personal. As it seems like both teams trying to put their fouls into use early. Laughlin up to Barkley. Barkley swings it near side. Mitchell sets feet on the three, a little long. Rebound pulled down there by Bartlett, and off he'll bring it to the hands of Bickerman. Bickerman slows. He'll pop a quick three. And the strategic atmospheric integrity test was no good. And Crozier will pull down, though, the offensive rebound. Working it over for Bartlett. Bartlett, couple of dribbles back to Crozier. He'll hold far side. Fake, go down. Nice help side down there by Powell. And out to Bickerman. Shot on the way is good.
Yeah, Rushville here trying to run a double post set against West Prairie's 2-3 defense rather than having a guy run back and forth along the baseline. They're going to have to work extra hard in at the post to get any sort of action in there.
Powell loops it down low off the backboard, throws it away, and out of there with it will come Rushville-Industry. Driving in's Bickerman, no good. Laughlin the rebound. He's trying to get out of there, and Bickerman's going to give the foul. Those will give coaches heartburn.
Yeah, 4 fouls here already in the first 3 minutes of the game.
And ones like that where you compound your mistake when you foul right after you miss the shot. Laughlin going to bring it over as a double pick set up. Goes away from it, tried to get it to Moore, tapped out of bounds there. Nice job by Sipes on the defense. That is Adam Sipes. Again, Adam Sipes, Christian Danner, Bronson Bartlett, Tyler Bickerman, and Maddox Crozier. Inbounds from Laughlin to Mitchell. Mitchell puts it on the deck. Looks inside there, gets picked from Barkley, wheels back up, thought 3, said no. Now brings it near side. Moore holds, drives lane, shot is up, little hard off glass, and the rebound pulled down by the Rockets. Back they will come the other way. Quickly up to Crozier. He'll pop far side 3, long, and the rebound snapped up by Mr. Barkley.
I like that aggression and confidence on the last play from Mason Moore, driving right into the middle of the Rushville defense. Unfortunately, shot didn't fall, but
Powell with it in the post. He'll spin out of a double. Goes over Laughlin to Mitchell. He'll think the 3, puts it on the way, ring it up for Denver Mitchell.
Deep 3 there from Denver.
Quickly up comes Rushville, and they did not get out quickly on Bickerman. Got away with it as that one a little bit wide, and pulling it down is Laughlin, his second rebound. 3-3 tie here. 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Mitchell with it now holds on. Up top to Powell. Powell guarded snugly. Up to Laughlin. Laughlin waiting for Barkley to pop out. Gets him. And now they're working out of a double low post set. Now they'll move up high. Wanting the backdoor cut to Laughlin. He'll shoot. Misses it. And the rebound snapped up by Crozier. Off comes Rushville-Industry. He goes right up the court. Goes put in. It'll be interesting. They're going to whistle that one a block. That'll be on Mitchell. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment here. 3-3 tie right here on TSSR Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our number one priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back at Scioto, 2:44 mark of the first quarter play, 3-3 tie here between Rushville-Industry and West Prairie. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing local communities' need for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending in its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street, Bushnell, or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Crozier will step in at the free throw line as he'll set himself ready to put it up on the way, and that one grazes front. He is now 0-for-3 in the ball game. Substitution for Rushville-Industry coming in for them is number 20. That's Danner actually coming back in. Also in is Afton Clark, and the second one is good and makes it 4-3. West Prairie works it up here. Cole Cordell in for them. Bounces down to Mitchell. Mitchell giving a look. Also in the game for West Prairie is and Adam Vale. Shot up, no good. And the rebound fought for, pulling away, is Clark for Rushville-Industry. They'll bring it out to Crozier. Bickerman thought about driving, goes past Laughlin, works his way in there. Vale with a nice defense, snaps up the board. And that will bring it back over to the Cyclones. Mitchell to Moore. Had it go through his hands. Had to pick up his dribble. Works it out to Mitchell. They'll reset it. Drives into a Hurd. And they're going to whistle a blocking foul. Rushville-Industries' Crozier picks up his first, team fourth. Coming back in is Bartlett. He'll replace Crozier. And now the Cyclones break into a box offensive set. Mitchell needs a little help. Finally has to lob out to Laughlin. Over to Mitchell. He'll give a look. Wants more in the post. Nearly lost it. Got it back. And works it for Cordell. Cordell drives lane. Kick out for Laughlin. Laughlin to Moore. Moore going to drive. Nice job by Clark. They're getting in front of him. That actually was Sipes. Laughlin, he'll drive, go to put it off glass, and finds the winder and puts it up and in. 5-4, 1 point advantage here for West Prairie. Bickerman going to give it down there for Bartlett. Bartlett holds, shakes it a little bit, comes in the corner. Now bounces it up and works to Bickerman. Working against that 2-3, gets a little screen. Floats to the L and now into the lane, tosses it in for Sipes. Back out to Bickerman. Looking to work down to Clark, but can't get out of there, and they'll have to reset. Nice job by West Prairie making them reset, Ethan.
Yeah, Adam Vale there doing a nice job in the post playing defense on 25. That three going to be no good.
5-4, 1 point lead. We go under a minute, 50 seconds left in this first quarter. Mitchell goes to give it to Cordell. He'll go drive the lane, cut off on the baseline. Lobs up over the head of Vale, trying to catch it up, and that's going to be an over and back. The deep pass. The Hail Mary when you needed the screen in the flat.
You know, that's not how West Prairie wanted that play to go, obviously, right there. But as a coach, that is something you like to see. A player like Jensen Laughlin sprinting after that ball, trying to save it with all his might.
Moore going to come out as Xavier Hilton will come in for the Cyclones. They'll work it around, working it over is Danner. Danner brings it out for Bartlett. Bartlett tries to throw it over to Clark and throws it out of bounds. That's another turnover on Rushville-Industry. Actually, only their second. West Prairie with 3 so far in the ball game. And now we'll see if they work for one shot here. Mitchell to Cordell, far side. Looks at Hilton on the baseline to Laughlin. And so much for the one shot, but Crozier going to give the personal.
Yeah, once again, 5 fouls here for Rushville in only the first quarter, which means the entire second quarter pretty much West Prairie is going to be shooting a lot of free throws.
And especially if you have the person that's sitting next to me. Miss fouls a lot.
Nice make there by Jensen Laughlin.
Makes the first one. 6-4 West Prairie lead. I will probably never, ever live that down, will I? Ready's the second one. On the way, it is good. He's 2-2. Leads West Prairie with 4 of their 7. 3-point lead. 20 seconds left. Rushville-Industry up to Bickerman. Gives a look at Clark. Out to the Danner. Danner going to come over on the other side for Bartlett. Bartlett 3 on the way. Skins over the rim. Mitchell's got it. He's got 8 seconds left. Can hustle it up. Had Hilton ahead. Pulls it up. Drives. Went to kick it to Laughlin and passed him and out of bounds. And the no looked itself out of bounds.
That's the fourth one of those we've seen. Just a bounce pass, too fast for a teammate to get to it in time.
Now 1 second, just enough time for a chuck and duck as they try to trigger in, and a 5-second violation. Now that means, actually, and I don't think there should have been any time go off the clock. Should be, yeah, there we go, 1 second. Now, I don't know why they should be, the inbound should be from where they inbounded it. So, Ethan, West Prairie is going to get it on their side of the court with 1 second left.
You know, I'd watch some sort of double screen action for Denver Mitchell here.
Yep, a chuck and duck or a heave and hope's about all you can get with 1 second. Mitchell, and Mitchell actually stepped out of bounds. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. 7-4, West Prairie with the lead. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
And we are back here for the second quarter, 7-4, West Prairie in the advantage. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. Hilton with it. He'll dribble in, put it off glass. Yes! And it counts!
Nice little recovery there from Xavier Hilton. Cole Cordell fell on the ground, and Xavier picked it right back up and went right to the lane.
And that's going to be the second foul on Bartlett. The 6th on the team. Hilton at the free throw line. It is no good. And the rebound pulled out of there. Out of their wish it comes Bickerman. Bickerman is joined on the floor now by Fowler. Also Clark. We'll get that in a minute. Fowler with it. He'll hold on. Looks for Bickerman in the corner. Had an open three for a second. Nice job by Barkley. Goes to shoot in the lane. Powell bothered him and now fouls him.
Yeah, nice shot fake there from Bickerman, I believe you said it was, on the three-point line. Allowed him just enough space to get in there and get down to the block.
Want to correct myself. It was Barkley on the foul. That's his second. First free throw up and no good. Rushville-Industry, I believe, 1 of 5 from the free throw line as a team. 9-4, West Prairie leads it here by 5, 6.5 minute mark of this second quarter. Second one is up and rolls home. 4th point of the night for Bickerman, 9-5. They cut it down to a 4-point lead for West Prairie as Laughlin bulls his way in, puts it off the glass with the kiss, and puts it in 4-2. 11-5, West Prairie by 6. If I am not mistaken, their largest lead. As Fowler holds on it, they're waiting for Bickerman to come to the corner, and West Prairie did a nice job of hedging. Looking at Clark in the post, now wheels to the baseline, tried to bounce it into him. He gathered it in, puts it up, gets it to go.
Now, although Rushville made that shot, West Prairie did a good job defense there. Carter Powell went to go help the double team, and Jensen Laughlin on the backside picked up where Carter Powell left off.
Nice feed by Hilton. The Powell missed it, and the rebound pulled out of there by Rushville-Industries. 5th defensive rebound for them. Clark with a quick one, puts it up no good. Powell able to snap it up, and the Cyclones will work it out of there. Laughlin, Barkley, Cordell, Powell, and Hilton on the floor now. Laughlin working out top on Bickerman. Finds Cole Cordell in the lane. Nice pass. Missed it. Powell able to tap it to himself with the rebound, and he'll get fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, just like I said, with only minute 40 off the clock here in the second quarter, West Prairie is already shooting bonus free throws.
And Rushville-Industry may be going to talk about just that. 11-7 lead here for the Cyclone. Let's thank some more of our fine sponsors. Bushnell's Only Furniture Store will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning-fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check availability. Powell at the free throw line. First one is good. His first points of the night. 12-7, the lead back out to 5. He'll set for number 2. On the way, missed it. Rebound, and a rebound foul by Hilton over the top.
Yeah, that's one of those fouls you got to question. I mean, I know Xavier's being aggressive, trying to get that rebound, but coming over the back and throwing that hand down is just a bit too much.
Bickerman, guarded by Braden DeCounter, now into the ball game. Down in the corner, back to Bickerman. Bickerman looking in the lane for Sipes, couldn't find him, and now he'll reset. Barkley comes out and jumps at him. Bickerman in the lane, the teardrop, no good. Got his own rebound, in trouble, and he says, well, I'll reset it. Now backs it out, works it to Fowler. Fowler crashes down the lane. His shot partially blocked by Barkley. Nice save underneath. That was a beauty of a save by Danner. That was a great save, Ethan.
Yeah. Once again, that's one of those plays that you just got to applaud the effort and aggression.
And up at the free throw line, Clark. He was fouled there by Hilton. He picks up his fourth. Or his second. I was looking at his number. That is his second. Clark just a touch hard on that first free throw. Second one, a little hard as well. Rebound fought for. And another offensive rebound for Rushville-Industry. Sipes able to pull it out of there. And now out it comes. They work it for Fowler. Fowler looking down for Beckerman in the corner. Holds, looking at Sipes. Not there. Up to Danner. Danner puts it on the floor a couple times. Nice job by West Prairie defensively. Out to Fowler. Fowler wheeling it across. Over to Danner. Danner drives in, and he'll be hacked.
West Prairie now with 6 fouls. Both teams combined for 13 fouls in the first half. This could come back later in the second to bite them, especially with some of their star players in foul trouble.
They bounce into Clark. Clark able to squeeze it up out of there, and then Barkley the rebound on the miss. So the Cyclones will come back the other way. Denver Mitchell at the throttle. He'll hold on the far side, drive to the baseline, kick out to Laughlin. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Clark down with it.
You know, on that last play, I was impressed by Ashton Barkley jumping up and grabbing that rebound. Most of the time, your guards are primarily focused on scoring, but if you have a guard that can get up in there, isn't afraid to jump up and grab a couple of rebounds, that's a great asset to your team.
We're going to take this time out. It is 12-7, a 5-point lead here for West Prairie. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Bushnell Banking Center, a branch of the Raritan State Bank located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Cyclones. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. Tri-County Seeds, your local Golden Harvest seed advisor, located in Scioto, Illinois, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd at 309-333-3437 for all of your Golden Harvest corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. Just some of our very fine sponsors. And more will be joining us as we get on the way. Mitchell will trigger it up. Let's give you a lineup check. It is Barkley, Powell, Moore, and Laughlin. Barkley with it. He'll spot the 3 high in the air, a little long. And the rebound, they're going to say, went off of Moore's hands and out of bounds. Mason Moore not able to hang on to it. They'll come up quickly, kick it over for Bickerman. He drives down the defense, puts it up, misses shot. Rebound, Clark batting it around, puts it up, can get it to go. And Bickerman pulls it out. He'll put it up and put it in. One of those sequences that'll make a coach's head hurt. 3 offensive rebounds on that sequence. That's 5 already for Rushville-Industry. Mitchell open in the corner, sprints past the defender, and we've got offensive foul whistled on Mitchell. And that was a nice defensive recovery, able to draw the charge.
Yeah, that's always a tough one as a referee, especially here at the high school level without instant replay or any of that. And Rushville going to double dribble and give it away anyway.
Cole Cordell checks in. Mitchell will check out, as that is Denver Mitchell's second personal foul. 7 fouls on each team. Barkley with it near side, couple of bounces. Gives to Cordell to Laughlin. He'll pass it over there. Now drives it over to Cordell. Cordell wheeling in a 1-2-2 zone now by Rushville-Industry. Moore up to Laughlin as we work to 2:50 left to go in the second quarter. Pass by Powell, taken away. And they'll go back the other way, working it. Bickerman over to Crozier. His three is short. Rebound pulled down in there by Sipes. Out to Bickerman. He toes it. Bounces around. Barkley another board. And I tell you, Rushville-Industry has really hit the offensive boards. That's 7 in this first half. 12-9 lead for West Prairie. Cole Cordell with a bounce. He'll set it up top. Come over to Laughlin. Wings it to Powell, and they work down the far baseline. Up for Cordell. Now to Laughlin. He'll hold, look to dribble. Thought three, said no to Barkley. Down for Moore. Moore works back up to Powell as we go to 2 minutes left to go. First half, Laughlin quick three. It is good. Able to sink the three-ball side pocket and then makes the good defensive play up the sideline. Jensen Laughlin with 9 in the game. Substitution for Rushville-Industry. Hunter Triplett will come in. As Crozier brings it in, had Bickerman wide open. Mr. Barkley getting over the sideline, so the referee giving him the warning. Next one would be a tee. They wait. Now find Bickerman. Couple of dribbles. He'll bounce in the lane to Clark. Clark up and in off the glass and puts it in for 2.
Nice little post entry pass there from the Rockets.
15-11. Cordell over to Barkley. Barkley wheel into Powell. Up top for Laughlin. Laughlin a shake. Now comes back to the far side. Bounces it out of there. Working. Over to Cordell. Cordell chased up there by Danner to Moore. Moore jumped at as they start to stretch the zone. Laughlin and Lane. Powell puts shot on the way. No good. And the rebound snapped up there by Triplett.
If you notice, that entire offensive sequence there happened on the right side of the floor. Against the zone, you really have to manage the balance between playing on the right and left halves.
And a nice lay-in by Bickerman as he kind of faked Powell out and went in 15-13. Under a minute we go. West Prairie by 2, and we've got a foul whistled inside. They were trying to load Powell on the post. That's going to be Triplett with the personal foul. Well, he gets himself in the scorebook some kind of way. 8th team foul. Dannard goes out as checking back in as Bartlett. And it'll be Carter Powell up to the free throw line. He is 1 of 2. Free throw on the way. It is no good. And that was the 1-and-1. Triplett another rebound. Back will come the Rockets. Bickerman over to Bartlett. Bartlett slides through and will be fouled. The Cyclones having a little case of the grabbies. And that's going to put up at the free throw line Bartlett. Yet to score tonight. Free throw. The backboard integrity check will set him up for number 2. And now Clark is out and Sipes in. Also Fowler in and Crozier out. Second one, no good. And the rebound, Mason Moore out of there with it. And the Cyclones. And the coach really wanting a lot of pressure here. Cordell going to spin, wants to give it over to Powell. Powell with 20 seconds left in the lane to Moore. Bounce out Barkley, 15-footer is good. Bickerman on the way with it up quickly up the court. It's got 15 seconds, plenty of time to work here as he'll reset it now. Looks to come over to Fowler. Fowler looked at Triplett. Back to Bickerman. Bickerman going to drive in the lane. 10-footer, no good. Rebound to Moore with 3 with 2. Laughlin going to heave it. No good. And at the end of the first half of play, 17-13. The Cyclones lead Rushville-Industry right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
You see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back here at the half. It is 17-13. The Cyclones lead it by 4. Let's give you the stats here. Scoring quarter by quarter. At the end of one, it was 7-4 West Prairie over Rushville-Industry. Then in the second quarter, a very evenly played one, a 10-9 run for West Prairie for our 17-13 halftime score. Let's give a look at the leading scores. 9 in the game for Jensen Laughlin, 2 for Ashton Barkley. 2 for Xavier Hilton, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Laughlin 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Mitchell with a 3 to contribute here. Carter Powell with 1 of 3 from the free throw line in the game so far as a team. 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. For the Rockets, 8 in the game for Bickerman, 1 from Crozier. He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Bickerman 1 of 2. Also contributing, Clark with 4. He is 0 of 2 from the free throw line. The Rockets as a team, 2 of 10 from the free throw line in the ball game here tonight, as we've had a lot of free throws shot so far. Rebounding wise in this first half, Rushville-Industry dominating on the boards, 19-12 in that first half of play. They have really been dominant, and they've got 11 offensive rebounds. That's whether you keep those second opportunities going, and that has really kept him in the game. Turnover-wise, a 5-4 first half for West Prairie and Rushville-Industry, the Cyclones, with 5 turnovers. Ethan, the Cyclones holding a slight lead here. What do they got to do to bust this one open in the second half?
Well, the difference in the game right now is, you said it, free throws and rebounds. You know, Rushville getting all the extra chances in the world with a bunch of extra offensive rebounds and missed free throws. And they're not going to do that all night. They're not going to keep missing wide open looks down low, and they're not going to keep missing free throws. So if you're West Prairie, you can't count on that to carry your lead throughout the second half. You're going to need to put an emphasis on boxing out hard and making sure after a shot goes up, you know where your guy is and that he's not going to get the rebound. And you also need to cut back on the fouls, especially during, you know, a lot of times a guy will be driving into the lane and you'll have no chance of contesting it, so you just jump up and hack the guy's arms, send him to the free throw line. You can't rely on doing that all night either.
No, definitely not. I do want to thank some of our fine sponsors, including the Community News Brief, a free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So to submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted the best of the best in 2017, 2018, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Did want to mention kind of a look ahead for the week upcoming here. Like to do this when I can to kind of give parents heads up on what's coming. And these boys, we mentioned how busy it's going to be next week. It is a Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Havana here at Scioto at 6 p.m. on Friday. A-Town, that one's at Abingdon on the road. And then back here for a big one, the Suns. One of the more outstanding players in the area in Danny Stevens had a recent stretch where about a 3 or 4 game stretch where I think he averaged about 30 points. So the Suns coming in, and they're going to be a tough one for the Cyclones to stop. They're going to have a challenge upcoming on that last game of the regular season. For girls basketball, on Monday, we'll be here as they face the Ducks Quack of Havana here coming up. That'll be at 6 p.m. And then coming up on Thursday, it'll be A-Town. We'll be right back here on Thursday. We're going to take this commercial timeout. It's TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
And welcome back here as this one of the 3 remaining home games here is, of course, scattered few in these stands here because, of course, each kid gets 2 tickets to the ball game. And that's been, I get to sneak in because I'm in the media.
It's given me a chance, too, to watch my brother play.
Although sometimes I think my daughter is not necessarily happy. Actually, when it slipped out of my mouth several times in the broadcast when I've said, we will talk about that at home.
Yeah, you were talking a little bit earlier about Danny Stevens, I believe, from Southeastern. My girlfriend was a senior when he was a freshman, so I got to go be a part of their student section for a couple of those games. And he really is, even as a freshman, was a phenomenal player. So now that he's, a junior?
I believe so.
I can only imagine how much he's progressed in being the main offensive option. You can always rack up a lot of points, especially in high school.
Yes, you get. I believe he. I think he racked home a 50-point game.
Wow.
In the season, so or at least 44. Somebody can please correct me. You can text me if you know my number. I'm not going to give it on the air. And we're back here to action as Bickerman, Sipes, Danner, Clark, and Crozier. They whip it across the court. It is Bartlett actually with it. Danner not in there. It is Bartlett. And Bickerman looking to get it to him. Holds. That's Barkley chasing him down to Bickerman looking in at Clark. Clark not a tall guy, but he's pretty muscular. Trying to make a hole in there. Crozier drives in, puts up shot, able to roll it home. And that will inch them back to 2. 17-15 lead for the Cyclones. 6:20 mark of this third quarter. Laughlin down to Mitchell. Back to Laughlin. A little blank game of hot potato to Barkley. Now to Mitchell in the corner. Nice jump out there by Clark. And a steal. Back come the Rockets. Bickerman up with it. He'll drive far side of the lane. Loops it up off the mark. Rebound, though. And once again, Rushville-Industry dominating the offensive boards.
A little fight breaking out there underneath the basket. Ref's going to talk to him, make sure everything's okay.
And I'm not sure Mr. Clark is the one I would annoy. Like I said, well-built young man. 17-15. Cyclones will get it back here. Hand it over. They bring it to Laughlin up top for Mitchell. He'll look for Barkley. Wanted to pull up 17-footer. Said no. To Barkley. Back out to Laughlin. To Powell. Powell works the far baseline. Out to Mitchell. 3 on the way. I think he hustled that a little bit. Had one for Mr. Castleberry in there. As Barkley tried to put up the offensive rebound. Hit the underside of the rim with it. 17-15, 5.5-minute mark. Third quarter up to Bickerman quickly. Now brings it over to Bartlett. Down on the corner, Bickerman holds as Mason Moore watches him. Looking to load Clark in a post. Can't go there to Crozier on the pass. Picks it up. Really doesn't have much anywhere to go. Now comes back to Bickerman as they're a little late rotating. He misses it. Rebound sky high again, and once again, another offensive rebound for the Rockets. Crozier drives. The high arcing shot. Kind of the London Bridge of jump shots. It went way up and way down. But again, Ethan, the offensive rebounds by Rushville-Industry.
Yeah, like I said, West Prairie is getting lucky that Rushville is not finishing a lot of these shots because they are taking a lot of them.
Bartlett will bring it inbounds from underneath the near side of the basket. Looks to trigger. Out to Bartlett. Bartlett, a couple bounces, and he'll reset it as we go down to 5 minutes and third. 17-15. Coming to Crozier. Crozier wheels, bounces in for Bickerman. He'll try to spin on the smaller Laughlin. Misses it. Rebound tapped around and finally pulled out of there. The Cyclones able to get the defensive rebound off in the hands of Laughlin. Lofts it to Barkley, then gets it back down to Barkley in the corner. He'll drive. Puts up shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down there by Crozier. Crozier back the other way to Bickerman in the lane. Layup sticks. And they have tied it up. Bickerman in the game with 10 points now. And Mitchell trying to loft it over to Morton. We're going to get a foul. In about a month, that would be pass interference. That is Clark's first and the first on the team in the second half. Triplett will check back in, as will Danner. And we've got the officials timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Scioto. As the coaches, that's one of the fun things about this. You don't normally hear the coaches, but with these you do get to hear the coaches. Thankfully, most of the ones I've been around have not assaulted us with vulgarities, but
I've had a couple of those talks after games. In the locker room, it's a lot easier to say what you're really feeling. Let's put it that way.
To emphasize points of the game. 17-17 tie here. Mitchell with it, wanted to go near side, tried to get it into Powell, threw it away, and back will come the Rockets. Driving in, it is Danner. He'll give it to Crozier. Crozier's shot is good.
Man, he has a high arc on his shot.
19-17, a 2-point lead for Rushville-Industry. I believe they're first of the game. Mitchell holds, dribbles lane, waits, hands off to Laughlin. Laughlin holds, and a 1-2-2 zone put on here by Rushville-Industry, stretching it way out. I guess you could call it 3-2 zone too. To Mitchell, he'll look to drive lane, cut off. Barkley traveled with it as he wasn't quite sure where he was going to go with it, and the turnover on West Prairie is their 8th in this ball game.
Looked like he was going to try to make some sort of jump pass there and changed his mind halfway.
3.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. A 19-17 advantage for Rushville-Industry. Bickerman nearly had it poked away by Moore in the corner to Danner. He'll drive lane, puts it up. Yes, and it counts. As he blew by Powell. As that one will be Powell's first on the team in the second half, and Danner up to the free throw line. We'll try to add the extra one on top. Vale going to come in to replace Powell. Free throw on the way. It is good. So Rushville-Industry out to a 5-point advantage. If you're counting at home, that is a 9-0 run by the Rockets. Mitchell with it. Wanted the near side three. Dribbles in, has his pass tapped and stolen away. And now out of there with it comes Danner up to Bickerman. A nice fake goes in the lane. Nice double clutcher. Puts it up and in. He's got 12, and we've got a timeout by the Cyclones. 24-17 lead here for Rushville-Industry. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. M&B Furniture is Bushnell's only furniture store and celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. You can also find them online at squaremusic.com. And Ethan, the turnovers really bugging West Prairie. Already 4 in this third quarter.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about at halftime. Rushville's starting to make a lot of the shots that they were missing in the first half, and they've hit their free throws as well.
11-0 run for them in this third quarter. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter, and the pass stolen away by Crozier. He'll lay it up, lay it in. 7 for him in the game. It is now at 26-17. They lead by 9. Vale in the lane. Shot is up short, and Triplett snaps up the rebound. Rushville-Industry will bring it back the other way in the hands of Crozier. Quicker than the broadcaster can focus, and we've got another timeout, West Prairie. It has reached now a 15-0 run in this third quarter of play, and Ethan, really it's the turnovers, double-digit turnovers now for the Cyclones.
Well, Rushville coach figured it out at halftime. If they overplay the passing lanes, our guys aren't quick enough or skilled enough to get those through there without the Rushville players being there to poke those away. And at this point, it's a layup contest.
That it is, 28-17, the lead out to 11. Again, a 15-0 run in this second half. Tri-County Seeds, your local Golden Harvest seed advisor, located in Scioto, Illinois, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd at 309-333-3437 for all your Golden Harvest, corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. Cyclones go back to work, desperately needing a biscuit in the basket, as Mitchell will put up the three, no good, rebound fought for, and Laughlin going to pull it out of there. To Mitchell near side. He'll dribble down and be fouled. And that's one thing you notice, Ethan, too. They have really cut down on the fouls in this second half of play.
Yeah, it's hard to do that while picking up the intensity at the same time. Rushville here playing a lot more intense and a lot faster pace in the second half without the fouls.
Inbounds to Laughlin, stolen away by Crozier. Another turnover on the Cyclones. And Rushville-Industry will bring it up. Sipes hands it off to Crozier, who's pushing it up. Comes to Bartlett. He'll dribble across to Sipes. They'll bring it out to Bickerman. Three is on the way. No good. And fight for it. They're going to say Moore lost it off his hands and out of bounds. But again, Clark in there fighting for the rebound. Ready to bring it in. Looks into Bickerman. Bickerman far side. Wanted Clark in the post, said no, up to Crozier. Crozier drives, loops it up, missed it. The rebound, Sipes with it. He'll put it up and be fouled. And I feel like I'm a broken record here, but the offensive rebounds just continue to pile up for Rushville-Industry as Sipes steps up to the free throw line. It's going to put Sipes at the free throw line. It is good. Cole Cordell will check in. He'll replace Denver Mitchell for West Prairie. 29-17 lead here for Rushville-Industry. Second one on the way. Bounces off the rim. Barkley able to grab it down. And back will come the Cyclones. Again, needing a couple of baskets here. Lead is 12 for Rushville-Industry. Cole Cordell, the long three is good.
Oh, my goodness. What a deep three.
Dialing back from Scioto to put it in, and Crozier, shot no good, able to get it out of there. Cole Cordell able to pick it up, and he'll dribble it up and on the way, swinging it over to Laughlin. Laughlin cross court to Barkley, a 17-footer, no good. And the rebound fought for Laughlin and Sipes fighting for it. Possession arrow will say Rushville-Industry. Clayton Hunt will check in, replacing Vale for West Prairie. 29-20, 9-point lead here for Rushville-Industry with a minute left to go here, third quarter.
And that was the first basket for West Prairie. They started this half with 17 and now only have 20.
Crozier out on the far side, holds, bounces for Bickerman. Waits, trying to dribble it out of there. Wants to come down, does to Clark. Clark holds it above his head. Working on Mason Moore, up to Crozier. Crozier out to Bickerman. They're going to work it here. They may go for one shot. Bickerman, couple of dribbles. Kind of fishing a little bit into Clark. Clark out to Crozier. He'll dribble back out to Bickerman. Bickerman in the lane, lays it up, no good. Barkley able to take it out of there on the rebound. And back come the Cyclones. They'll work it with 25 seconds left. Laughlin out to Barkley. Cross court's Cordell. Cordell drives in, bounces to Hunt. Out to Barkley, up to Laughlin. To Cordell, he'll put another three up. Got it!
Wow! Cole Cordell really stopping the bleeding here for the Cyclones.
10 seconds and counting here in the quarter. 29-23, third quarter ready to close. Bickerman in. Bounces to Clark. Clark puts it on the way. Gets the bucket. And we'll round out this third quarter. 31-23 lead here for the Rockets. And we'll head to the fourth quarter play. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Welcome back to Scioto, 31-23. Cole Cordell with two big threes, dialed them up from Fandon, I believe, and put them both in to really stop what had been a dominant Rushville-Industry third quarter.
Yeah, and if I believe it's Clark hadn't have made that last 2-point bucket there right as time was dwindling down, West Prairie would only be down 6, which it feels a lot worse than that.
Yeah, it did. I mean, a quarter that was just absolutely dominated by Rushville-Industry. Now the Cyclones going to have to go back to work. The last 7 minutes up on the board. They must have called a technical foul as Bickerman's at the free throw line. And so I'm wondering if it was one of the players on the bench, Coach Greg Duncan, wanting an explanation. And Bickerman misses the free throw, first of the technical free throws. Not really even sure who. Actually, it was on, it looks like it was on Mitchell. That's his third personal. Second one is no good. So the Cyclones no worse for wear on that. And may have been a, how did you say that, a difference of opinion?
Well, there's no doubt that Greg Duncan was giving that referee a piece of his mind about what he thought about that technical call.
31-23, the lead here. No worse for wear. They do get the ball back, though. Danner, Crozier, Bickerman, also Sipes and Clark on the floor for Rushville-Industry. The clock is their friend here. Can be very, very picky. Crozier with it. Looks in at Clark on the high post. No, comes down to Sipes. Back to Clark, or Crozier rather, to Bickerman. He fakes a three, and he'll just back it on out of there. 6.5 minutes and clock rolling here in this fourth quarter as they'll wheel it around a little bit, come over to, and actually that's a new player in the ball game. That is Hayden Moon. Over to Crozier. And they'll just continue to, well, Tom Brady the ball. They'll deflate it a little bit. Sorry, all you Tom Brady fans. Moon, couple of dribbles to Bickerman.
You know, that technical foul might have been a blessing in disguise, as the Rockets don't score any points off of it, and it definitely slows down the pace of the game.
And they had been pushing it up a lot. Bickerman now starting to drive to the hole. Cut off there. And a nice job by Moore. A little pressure. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Moore. Had to be awfully close to a 5-second call.
Yeah, actually a really good defensive stretch there by West Prairie up until the foul at the very end.
Bringing inbounds, it is Danner. Now he's in the ball game. Over to Bickerman. He'll toe up the corner three. It is long. Yep, guess what? Offensive rebound. Sipes scoops it up and resets things for Rushville-Industry. Bickerman bouncing in the corner. He'll work it over for Crozier. Back out to Bickerman. They'll walk it back out. 5.5 minute mark here. They can afford to be very choosy what shots they take. Bickerman watching a little scissors action going underneath. Bounces down for Danner. And dribbles it to the lane. Goes to put it up. Gets fouled as he goes through. I believe Hunt's going to give the personal. And indeed it is. Hunt with the personal. It's his first, team 5th. And at the free throw line, it is Danner, and he makes it.
And after the 8 or 9 fouls for the Rockets in the first half, they only have 2 here so far in the second.
And I apologize, that is actually Bartlett shooting. He makes the first, expands the lead back out to 9. Second one, no good, and the rebound, again, Sipes up high for another rebound for Rushville-Industry. The offensive rebounds killing the Cyclones here tonight. As Rushville-Industry resets, they work it over to Bartlett, and he'll be fouled by Barkley. And actually, Ethan, that's one of those things when you're down like you are, you got to be a little more aggressive than you want to be because you're having to get the ball back.
Right. And after this point, West Prairie is now going to be in the bonus. And Rushville here with a comfortable 9-point lead. They can afford to take as much time off the clock as they want.
Now holding on with it, it is Danner, comes down to Bickerman, goes up on Laughlin, lays it up and in. Able to get it, kind of side-saddled it up there. 14 points for him in the game, 34-23 lead. Rushville-Industry. Mitchell out on the far side, tries to drive lane, puts it up, won't get it to go. Rebound, Clark and Barkley tie it up. Or I believe they're going to whistle a foul on it. Yes, they are. They're going to whistle a foul on Ashton Barkley, and that'll be his 4th. And Mitchell and Ashton Barkley whistled for the technical. That will be a personal on, should be a personal on him, should foul him out of the ball game because a technical foul is also a personal foul.
Wow.
I think the officials are discussing that. And
some interesting calls here from the referees. What looked to me like a jump ball down the other end turns into 2 fouls. One of them a technical for the Cyclones.
Clark makes 1 of 2. It is 34-20. And now they're going to bring Danner up to the free throw line to shoot. Should be. He is 1-of-1 from the free throw line. His free throw is no good. I believe it should be 35-23. As Danner will set himself. Second one is no good. So I guess no worse for the wear there. And now bringing it inbounds will be Rushville-Industry. They'll get it back after the technical here. 4.5 left to go here in this ball game. 34-23, 11-point lead here. Out to Danner. Danner waits and holds. So he'll look to back it out. Come down, and they've got a foul on Mitchell on the sideline. As Mitchell picks up his 4th. That is the 9th on the team. 1 more will be the double bonus. Danner back up to the free throw line, and Rushville-Industry has struggled mightily from the free throw line in a ball game. Danner 1 of 3 so far. Free throw is good. Step up, ready the second one. Puts it on the way. No good. Rebound tipped, and Laughlin able to pull it out of there. Up come the Cyclones. Laughlin down for Moore. Moore will dribble, shoot, shot, won't go. Powell tipped the rebound, but Clark able to tear it away. And comes out of it. 37-23, 14-point lead. As Crozier works it around, comes over to Danner. Danner over to Bartlett. Bartlett drives in and will be fouled. Laughlin with the personal. And up to the free throw line will step Bartlett. Free throw on the way. No good. And Moon's going to check in. He will replace Danner for Rushville-Industry. 37-23 lead for the Rockets. Second one on the way. It is no good, and we've got a rebound foul. Be interesting to see who that's on. And it's going to be whistled on Clark. That is his second, but just the third on their team. 10 Go ahead, Ethan.
You got to ask yourself, maybe that was a makeup call for some of the other calls earlier so far against the Cyclones.
Could be. As Mitchell works it up here for the Cyclones, comes down to Moore holds. Bounce out to Cordell. Cordell to Laughlin, back to Mitchell. He'll toe up a three, gets it. And that a big bucket there for the Cyclones. Sixth in the game for Denver Mitchell, 37-26. Lead now for Rushville Industry. As Crozier holds, he'll come over, work it over for Moon. Moon holding it above his head. We've got an offensive foul, and that's going to be on Clark. We've got the officials' timeout in this fourth quarter. 3:22 left to go in the ball game. A 37-26 lead here for Rushville Industry. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our number one priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
And back here live, McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And a big thank you to all our fine sponsors, and I know we're adding some. We'll probably have more before we get to football and or volleyball. I'll be here doing a lot of the volleyball games along the way. And it will be Cyclone basketball. They've got a 10-point deficit. I always love when I am right on the score, Ethan. And I was on that. And back Cole Cordell, they bring it up to him, bombs it home.
That cuts the lead only to 7.
Cole Cordell dialing long distance, makes it 36-29. Crozier, though, right back the other way, right in the lane, missed it. And Rushville Industry pulls down the rebound. Once again, the offensive rebounds killing the Cyclones. As Bartlett looks, fires it over to Crozier, and he's going to be fouled by Cole Cordell. Now, this is where this becomes interesting, Ethan, because Rushville Industry has struggled so mightily from the free throw line. A good way for the Cyclones to get back in the game. Crozier, that one misses. He is now 1 of 5. As soon as I get a moment, I will look that up. As Moon and Bartlett go out, Danner and Beckerman back in with 2:54 left to go in this ball game. Second one, high in the air, does not go, and the rebound brought down by Moore.
West Prairie, like you said, catching a break here with all the missed free throws from the Rockets.
And a drive in, yes, and it counts for Laughlin. Able to get the basket and the foul.
And this could cut the West Prairie deficit to only 4 points.
That is his 11th point here, and he can draw him a little closer. Triplet with his second. Laughlin at the free throw line. It is no good, however. And Rushville Industry will come out of there with the defensive rebound. Beckerman up to the far side. And again, they can be very patient here. 36-31 lead. Beckerman kind of tries to break that 5-second count. And Beckerman goes down the sideline, comes into Crozier, and we've got a timeout called by Rushville-Industry. A little offense-defense here as Sipes will come back in. And you're listening to and watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Sorry, the old radio guy keeps saying listening. You're watching it too. This West Prairie stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's Fiber Internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning-fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Well, Ethan, this is one of those things. I was going to check that here and see Rushville-Industry from the free throw line tonight.
Well, you know, one of my mottos is that free throws win games, and we'll see if that one strikes here.
7 of 27 from the free throw line in this ball game. And that's one of those, I'm sure their coaches are telling them, come on, guys, we got to hit these. Beckerman looks to trigger it in. Out to Danner. Looking at Clark in the high post, dribbling now. As the Cyclones have picked up man-on-man. Moore doing a good job bulldogging him. Now Mason Moore able to pull it away. Drives in the lane. Shot is up. No good. And Sipes out of there with the rebound. Pestered by several Cyclones. And we've got a foul called. And that is going to be a foul on Moore. It is his third. And up at the free throw line will be Sipes for Rushville-Industry. He's 1 of 2.
And that layup could have been huge for the Cyclones.
Free throw is no good.
Especially if they keep missing free throws like this.
Exactly.
It would have put them down only 3 points instead of 5.
Rushville-Industry, Sipes the second one. A little hard off the rim, no good. And Clark, actually going to say off of West Prairie out of bounds. I thought Clark got a handle on it. They say he did not.
Yeah, definitely looked to me like Clark knocked that one right out of bounds, but I guess I'm not over there.
As Clark brings it in to Beckerman. Beckerman coming back for Danner. He'll hold. Look at Clark. Nope. Out to Beckerman. 36-31. Under 2 minutes we go now. Cyclones got to get some pressure as we've got a foul inside. They're going to whistle Cole Cordell for the foul. That's his second. And really, again, Ethan, doesn't hurt if they're going to miss him. And that's going to, the more pressure. And that's hard when you get up the free throw line, you know you need these free throws. You've been missing them. That pressure just builds and builds and builds.
Well, West Prairie definitely catching a break here.
Sipes misses the first. Second one on the way. It is no good. The rebound, Powell able to scoop it up. And back will come the Cyclones. Out to Laughlin to Mitchell. Mitchell chased and Crozier all over him to Cordell. Over to Moore. Moore bounce inside for Powell. Powell shoots shot, no good. And Crozier out of there with the rebound. Crozier holds here with a minute and a half left to go. Cole Cordell with the steal. Over to Powell, up to Mitchell. He'll drive in, lay it up and lay it in. And the Cyclones right back in this one. Timeout called, 36-33. Lead here for the Rockets of Rushville-Industry. Minute 23 left to go in the game. We'll step aside on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
And we are back here. The Cyclones have outscored the Rockets 10-5 in this corner. A lot of it's the free throws, as the Rockets have gone 7 of 31 from the free throw line. You figure, you and I were talking, figure 50% is average. That would be an 11-point lead. Right now they're clinging desperately to a 3-point lead, Ethan.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about it off air, but the Rockets have had every opportunity to absolutely blow the Cyclones out of the water between the offensive rebounds and the amount of free throws. Even shooting 31 free throws in a game is
amazing
something to behold.
Yes, it is amazing. And for West Prairie, when the door is open, you got to come in and take the opportunity. Danner inbounds to Bickerman. Bickerman looking to dribble up, and Laughlin going to give the personal on Laughlin. That's his second. Over 10, it does not matter. And up to the free throw line will step Bickerman. Bickerman is 1 of 4. As I say, it kind of becomes contagious when you get in stretches like this. It's something that just mushrooms out. Bickerman, free throw is no good.
Wow.
And they just need at least, one of these somewhere along the way. Second one is no good, and Powell out of there with the rebound. And Bickerman able to steal it from him. They work down to a minute left here. Laughlin, and if you got an extra foul or two, you might as well foul them. Over to Crozier. Crozier works it. And drives toward the lane. He's going to be fouled. And that's going to be Cole Cordell with his third. Up at the free throw line will step Crozier. He's 1 of 6. Reddy's on the first one. We got a minute left to go in the game. Free throw on the way. No good. Brady's the second. And that one no good, and more of the rebound. Back will come the Cyclones here to Mitchell. Mitchell on the near side out to Cordell. 3 is up. No good. Rebound. Bickerman high in the air for it and takes it away.
Man, that 3 would have tied the game there.
Bickerman dribble into the backcourt. 40 seconds left. And near steal by the Cyclones. Sipes out to Crozier. Got a foul. Got a foul here. And now finally Laughlin gives the foul. You got to get the foul. And again, hey, why not? Bickerman's going to step up to the free throw line. He's 1 of 6. Trying to put a little icing on the cake. Free throw is good. So makes a huge one here. Expands the lead to 4th. 37-33. Second one is good. Made a pair. 38-33. 5-point lead. Don't need a 3 right away. Mitchell going to drive to the near side. Don't need to pull a wild 3. Laughlin drives the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Moore had it partially blocked. And then Clark with it, nearly lost it. Bickerman says, I'll take that. Bickerman dribbling with 15 seconds left. Moore trying to get it tapped away. Now they foul Danner in the corner. And it'll be Moore with his 4th. As the Cyclones, as Danner settles in, free throw is no good.
Wow. This is almost statistically impossible to be.
He is now 2 of 6. Ready's the second one. It bounces around. Clark taps it up in the air, and Laughlin's out of it. Lobs it over the head of Mitchell and out of bounds. Squeezed the orange just a little too tight. 6.9 seconds left to go. 5-point lead, Rushville-Industry. Danner into Crozier. Crozier going to get fouled by Cordell. Cole Cordell's 4th. And up to the free throw line will step Crozier. He is 1 of 8. Reddy's the first one, and hits the front of the rim. And we've got a timeout called here by Rushville-Industry. 5.2 seconds left to go, 38-33 lead for Rushville-Industry. And Ethan, got to come down to making some more free throws. One makes it a 2-possession game. One makes it a 2-possession game here with 5 seconds left.
I just was running the numbers here. Rushville so far has shot 22% from the free throw line.
And, I said 50%, is even thought it was a bad free throw percent, but we'll have to see what they set up for the last play here. Big thing is the Cyclones got to get the ball, got it up quick. Now you have to have a three.
Yes.
You do. There's no question about it. I mean, it's got to be like a 1 second three and go.
Right.
Just, and again, if they make one, it's a two 3-pointer possession game. Right now it's technically a 2-possession game. I figure sometimes the broadcasters get a little foggy on our math skills, but biggest thing is for Rushville-Industry, if they can make the free throw.
Right. If they make this free throw here, West Prairie is going to have to hit 2 threes in a row, which, if I'm West Prairie, I'm looking at Cole Cordell.
And basically you've kind of got to go the full court heave, the chuck and duck, as Crozier. Free throw is high in the air and makes it. 39-33. Mitchell going to come up quickly, puts up a long three, no good, and that's going to end the game as Rushville-Industry takes the win over West Prairie here. We're going to step aside, give you the stats real quick, and then reset for the varsity game. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We are back here. Let's go through the stats. 39-33, the final score, quarter by quarter. West Prairie led at the half by a score of 17-13, and then 18-6, including a 15-0 run in the third quarter for Rushville-Industry. Put them in the lead. West Prairie outscored them in the fourth quarter, but just not enough to get back into the ball game. Leading scorer for the Cyclones, Jensen Laughlin, with 11. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 in the game for Xavier Hilton, 2 for Ashton Barkley, 8 for Denver Mitchell, 9 for Cole Cordell, 1 in the game for Carter Powell. He was 1 of 3 from the free throw line. As a team, they were 3 of 7. For the Rockets, 10 in the game for Crozier. He was 2 of 10 from the free throw line, 16 for Bickerman, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Bartlett 1, he was 1 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 in the game for Danner. He was 2 of 6 from the free throw line. 1 for Sipes, 1 of 6 from the free throw line. 7 for Clark, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, 10 of 40 from the free throw line, but they were able to survive it. And it's the rebounds, Ethan. That's where I was really want to look. They out-rebounded West Prairie 35-22, including 16 offensive rebounds. That's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, I said it at halftime. If West Prairie wants to take ahead here, they have to cut down the offensive rebounds. And I said Rushville can't keep missing free throws like this all game, but they proved me wrong on that one. I'm still just baffled by the fact that they even shot 40 free throws.
That's a lot of free throws in a ball game.
I mean, that JV game took an hour and a half because of all the time stoppage, so...
We're going to step aside here for a little bit and get you ready for the varsity game. Thank you for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.